jump all over the place. So finally, after many years, many years, I got a fuel leak. Anyway, it is an amal. It's a Mark II, they should be pretty good. This is a 50 model frame and about that in the case. It's a combination, I believe, of a bigger main bearing, the large or the big main bearing journal on this side, and the generator, about a 50 model generator. No, sorry, I'm telling lies. It's the big journal case on this side and the standard journal case on the other side, which is basically MRJA 1 1/8 bearings. In this side it's even bigger because there's a metric bearing in it. The crankshaft in this is a 750 Triumph, which has that metric bearing on the timing side. So it utilises the standard MRJA 1 1/8 on the other side, and because it's a metric bearing, which I always like to go to, and especially because it's a 750 Triumph crank with the metric, I always use that high capacity 6306 on the timing side. The gearbox is only a 4-speed. We'll go back to the motor. There's a couple of slightly later oversized valves in there, but they're only the same size as the 750 valves were. Given being that it's a cast iron head, well, you've got a ton of seat material because your head is your seat. The pistons inside this are 11:1. They're original Hepolite Powermax pistons. You may have heard of them. And the rods are MAP H-beam steel rods. So I'm hoping with everything going on, the timing cover's got a seal in it. She was holding 80 psi before when we were running, and I'm hoping it'll do alright. You know, it's a bit of fun. It's just a nostalgia build, similar to what the boys back in the 50s were running when they were running these old rigids. The sort of thing that you would see. One of the bikes in particular back then was a little 50 model like this called Baby Mine. If you go on YouTube, you'll find that. And this is kind of what this is all about. Some sort of a look back in time. So hopefully, if the engine stays together, it'll last a time. We'll see how it goes. Just a normal drum brake on the rear from the Triumph. The front is a 7-inch off an early 500. And a little alloy guard. I had the seat base folded up, and then Johnny Morehouse did the cover for me, which is nice. That little tank come from, I swapped a stocky style tank for that little tank. I think it looks alright. And of course they're just standard 1 5/8 pipes. And other than that, the Joe Hunt Magneto. The carburetor is a single carburetor, which all these bikes were, of course, and the manifold's been worked pretty big. It's actually an MAP manifold for larger carburetors, and then the stub welded on with a Mark II carburetor. At the moment it's only jetted for petrol, but before it goes anywhere near a track it'll be going on to methanol. Other than that, you know, it is what you see. A 1950 drag bike, Triumph 650. It's only a 650. I think the barrel is plus 20 or 40, I'm not sure now on those. Hopefully it'll hold together, but it'll be a bit of fun. M&H drag slick, and those things cost a bit of dough nowadays when you're trying to get them in from the States. There, only $150 US to buy, but then you got a exchange rate and get them here, and suddenly that becomes a $400 tyre. But anyway, so be it. You've got to make it look right and have a bit of fun. Anyway, thanks very much for watching.